caution against heeding this segment, for it is a fragment of my soul and a portal to my ongoing journey. Life is perspective. Perspective is the sum of consistently observed phenomena. Consistency is mastery and the highest virtue. Through consistent action, one earns a reputation, the bedrock upon which all interactions rest, you see. So if life is fundamentally a matter of perspective, what existed before my genesis, before perception itself shaped who I am? Are my thoughts a prison to what there is to be? Which brings me to ask the grand question, what's the meaning of life? If I were to proclaim that I understand why I awaken each day, pursuing hope for what it may bring, it would echo the sentiment expressed by Cole365 in a high school mixtape. What's $1 for a dream if I never see the music scene? Here we stand, witnessing prophecy unfold. Internally, I have wrestled with the essence of success, especially after experiencing early achievements at a young age. I've come to realize that true struggle lies not in external validation, but in the interpretation of my own thoughts. The allure of expressing my ideas through the raw vibrations of literature profoundly captivates my imagination. And so, I begin. In the beginning, God creates the heavens and the earth. This is the Genesis presented to all as a foundational truth. Have you ever questioned what your personal Genesis is? Have you defined your own heavens, not through the lens of others' perspectives? Could Earth be the heavens we seek? It's said that the hardest work one can do is thinking deeply and clearly, far more challenging than toiling in a steamy factory at 200 degrees. True mastery lies in this ability to think. In a previous life, I devoted myself selflessly in the service of others and learned a harsh reality. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. See, if anyone claims to know the genesis of everything, step away. No, run away. Like many men of character, I once lived for one thing and one thing only: the accumulation, spending, and management of ever greater sums of money. Yet, eventually, I realized that chasing money was akin to chasing oneself, which opens the portal to question, what is the self? I circle back. What is money? Is it scarce digital units on a distributed network, carefully decorated pieces of paper issued by men in suits? Some advocate detachment from material things as the path to a meaningful life, while others insist on acquiring all one can. I refrain from opening this portal. As I learn from wise men to seek understanding and maintain perspective, I realize that emotions such as joy, sadness, excitement, fear, and anxiety do not stem from external facts, but from how we perceive events. We assign great significance to many aspects of life: family, work, possessions, friends, all tied to our identity, religion, and being. Let me refocus and not delve into that abyss. No, my genesis needs to be examined, for if I can understand it, it may lead me to what I truly desire. And when I achieve it all, will that give my genesis meaning in the eyes of men, or in my own mind? The more money I made, the more I spent. The more money I made, the more understanding I gained. The more money I made, the more choices confronted me. What kind of choices? How much money is enough? Okay, let me not delve into that abyss just yet. It's too early. Many people have a threshold beyond which work no longer seems worth pursuing, which leads me to ponder. What is work? What else would I do if I did not tirelessly strive to bring imagination into tangible reality? Thinking out loud, I refrain. They say we can't have it all. I say we have it before we get it. We give before we take, the highest virtue. Some say family is everything. Some say money is everything. Some say they can have both. I say they are all right if they think and believe it, but they won't do as they suggest. I once read, a reasonable man will adapt to the world, but the unreasonable man will make the world adapt to him. So, all progress relies on the unreasonable man. Or maybe it is the unreasonable man who is more reasonable and closer to understanding his genesis. Let me not open that portal. All men have levels of arrogance, but few have the competence to justify it. The genesis of self-discipline. Seeking a fortune leads to one thing, which leads to another. The genesis is only thoughts and attitudes. Think and so I am, or maybe not. What am I before I could think? Suggesting that what we consider the self is merely a bundle of perceptions and experiences without any true unity or identity over time. As I attain more and more material objects, I will reap the pleasure in the very first few moments, but later continue to pursue what I really find meaningful. They say, why keep working when you are already worth so much? Betting your entire fortune to build the next leap, to unveil the next mystery of nature, for the mastery of progress, to improve the efficiency of industry and the lives of men. Is this objective the reason why you keep going? And when that is realized, what is next? All my life I was intrigued by men of capital, but truly, I was intrigued by the means to which the imagination can be utilized. The creativity of creating music that speaks into the souls of men, solving critical problems through mere patches of text, arranged in a manner that they form instructions on how to consistently function to address an objective. The engineering efforts to design and produce various structures. Wondering as a kid the reasons for shortage of currency in circulation and the wizardry of economic energy. The strength to never quit on what is worthwhile, to remain a leader and never identify as one entity such as engineer, doctor, musician, entrepreneur, rapper, inventor, but as one who lived on instinct terms, using talents and skills to further the betterment of men. No boxes. Let me get back on topic. Or maybe not. The beauty of women a weakness or superpower, engage wisely. The energy and drive of constantly chasing an objective until you realize it. The issue with all this is they say you can't have it all or do it all. Then who are we? Are you a doctor, a pilot, an engineer, a scientist, an inventor, a drug dealer, a rapper, a singer, a painter, a student, a thinker? How many dreams have you realized, had, accomplished, pursued fearlessly? Did you have the opportunity or were you boxed in? Who boxed you in? Yourself, society, your thoughts, friends, family, or the genesis before it all began in your mind? Let me get back on track. What is your genesis? Different tribes, groups, various identities people carry as we all play as actors in this fictional game of life. At work, we act and play the role well. As we head home, the acting needs to adapt to whatever environment we are in. By definition, no man has a box except that which he places upon himself. To blame an entity outside of you is ignorance and wisdom at the same time, depending on who you choose to become. So what is my genesis? I wish I could answer this question. They say you have to know where you are coming from to know where you are headed. If no man can definitely articulate where we came from, how do we know where we are headed? I ask again, what is my genesis? The most challenging reality I struggled with was a war I wasn't aware I was in. The fight to control my own mind. What but stems desire and conflict through my ignorance I suffer. This holds every key to all I ever desired. If I could tell Adam one thing, it is this: control your mind and have grounded boundaries. Because if you don't, you might just curse an entire race of species with the gift of death. The genesis, O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom, with which to make wise use of the riches you gave me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I might desire.